welcome into the Buzz on Sports. The NFL divisional playoffs are this weekend with 4 great games on tap. The Chargers and the Jets, the Ravens and the Colts, the Vikings and the Cowboys, and the Saints and the Cardinals. All of these games should be fantastic, with the Vikings-Cowboys game being the most intriguing in my opinion. The Cowboys defense hasn't allowed a 100-yard rusher all season going against Adrian Peterson of the Vikings, and they have shut down the explosive Eagles offense back-to-back weeks. Both teams are comfortable in a dome environment, so that won't give the Vikings an advantage. But having Brett Favre certainly will. I think Favre will be able to see the weak spots in the Cowboys defense, and I look for tight end Vincente Scianco to have a big game. It's hard to pick against the Cowboys the way they've been playing, but I think the Vikings will beat the boys. Staying in the NFC, the Cardinals and the Saints will be proof that the NFL is a quarterback-driven league, with Drew Brees and Kurt Warner, who have both had monster years, and Warner coming off a 5-touchdown performance against the Packers last weekend. The Saints haven't won a game in a month, and I'm not sure how the team morale is. The Cardinals have all the momentum coming into this game, and I look for them to jump out to an early lead. But Brees and the Saints have been fantastic at coming from behind all year, and I think they will fight back to win this game. The AFC divisional playoffs give us 2 games that feature teams with contrasting styles. The Chargers and the Jets are both hot, but the Chargers haven't lost a game since the Steelers beat them early in the season. They have a balanced running game with Sproles and LT, and have many great weapons for Phillip Rivers to throw to. Vincent Jackson will most likely be shadowed by Darrelle Revis, the best corner in the NFL and a former Pitt player, but the Jets will have problems stopping Antonio Gates and stopping the Chargers' other big play wideout, Malcolm Floyd. Defensively, the Chargers will have to stop the two-headed attack of Thomas Jones and Sean Green running the ball, and then the Wildcat with Brad Smith. The Jets give a lot of looks in the run game, but if the Chargers stack the box, I don't think Mark Sanchez will be able to beat them throwing against Jammer and Cromartie on the outside. I would take the Jets against any other team, but the Chargers, they're just too good right now. The Colts and the Ravens is kind of a head-scratcher for me. You can't go wrong with Peyton Manning, but the Colts as a whole aren't performing their best right now. The Ravens, however, are playing their best at the best time to do so. The Ravens D and Ray Rice dominated the Patriots last week, and I think they will be able to do the same against the Colts. But Peyton Manning will keep the game close down to the end, but I don't see the Colts coming out of this game winners. I think the Ravens will be heading to San Diego for their 2nd straight AFC Championship game. The Pens are still struggling. The team is losing a lot of close games and isn't playing up to their standards. The Pens play in what is, in my opinion, the toughest division in hockey. They need to figure out a way to get back on track before the Olympic break, and there are a few ways I can see that happening. The first and most obvious solution is to change the power play. It obviously can't get any worse. I'd like to see more Stahl out there getting his opportunities. He's a great hustler and deserves some power play time for it. I think he would bring the right attitude to the table, and he would help produce more offense. Also, I think taking Geno off the point is smart. He isn't the most comfortable there, and if you have him, Crosby, and Stahl at forward, I don't see any way of being able to stop that attack. Or maybe split up Crosby and Malkin. Put Crosby with Stahl and Kunitz, who have good chemistry. Give Geno Bill the Thrill and Fedotenko. I think that's a fair split of the team's talent. Also, the Pens need to get more scoring out of guys like Chris Letang and Alex Goligoski. These D-men are the Pens' future, and they need to produce now. When they score, the Penguins have a much higher winning percentage than when they don't. Enough said. The Pens have the coaching and the talent to figure things out. I certainly hope they do. So, Pete Carroll went to Seattle. Jack Del Rio did not go to USC. Lane Kiffin did go to USC, and Tom Cable hasn't been fired yet? The coaching carousel is nuts this year. How do the Raiders still have a coach? Lane Kiffin left for USC to fill the void left by Pete Carroll's departure, leaving Volunteer Nation in shambles. Kiffin did a good job in his 1 year at Tennessee, and he leaves the program looking for another new head coach. USC picks up right where they left off with Kiffin. He's very familiar with the program, coaching there up until his stint with the Raiders. Speaking of the Raiders, Tom Cable hasn't been fired yet. Many people are waiting for that to happen, and Mike Leach still doesn't have a job. What do you think about that, Ocho Cinco?
Kiss the baby. You know, kiss the baby. You get out there while I'm out there, you might as well kiss the baby. Right? Throw that thing to me, you might as well kiss the baby.
You heard the man. Kiss the baby.
In my